Hello everyone, my name is Yusuf Edwards, and welcome to part 19 of the American Show. Let us begin. So Robert was up cooking or about. So Robert was about to cook some breakfast when all of a sudden he hears his phone ring. So Robert picks up the phone and answers it. It's Alpha Queen. He says, your wedding was yesterday, right? Yeah. You don't need to come into work today. But what you should do, and what I would love for you to do, if you don't mind, is to go on your honeymoon. Which is why I have set up a trip for you and your wife to go to today. But before you guys leave on your honeymoon, I am throwing you to a party at my house before you leave. It's going to be it's going to be crazy, and I would love for you to be there. And then Robert says, I would love to, but I just have to talk to Beatrice. I just have to talk to Beatrice about that. No problem. I would love for you to do that. I don't want your marriage to get on the wrong foot in the first day, So, yes. Take all the time we need. I'm a patient man, but not too patient, and I would love for you to be there and enjoy the party. But I understand if you have to talk to your wife first, because I have to do that for our decisions to work out. So I will leave you to it. See you later, man. Hopefully I'll see you at the party. And then he hangs up the phone. Beatrice, smelling something delicious, says, "Who was that?" That's just Alpha Queen. He wants us to go on a honeymoon, and before we leave, he also is throwing us a party at the Alpha Queen mansion. Really? 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 Yeah. Huh. Okay. I would love to go. I'll be there. We'll be there at 7. I wonder what time he said to go. I have no idea. I'm going to have to talk to him about that. Okay. You do that, and I will get dressed. Yeah, but I just got started cooking breakfast. Don't you want to eat that first? Oh yeah, of course, no problem. So that's exactly what they did. They ate breakfast together, and it was delicious. After that, they were just, just dancing around the apartment. Dancing and dancing and dancing and dancing to some music. It was very beautiful for both involved. Anyway, after that, it was time for them to, it was time for them to go do some exercising. Nah. So they go outside and they do some running. For a couple of hours, they go out for a great one, a good one. After that, they are tired. So they go back to the apartment and they take a nap. After that, well, not after that. So they take a nap, but then all of a sudden, Robert has to go to the bathroom. So that's what he does. But after, but sorry about that. But after he goes to the bathroom, he decides to call Alpha Queen to see what time they should come to the party. So he picks up the phone and he calls him. Alpha Queen said, "Hey, how are you? Why are you calling me? Oh, I'm just asking, I just want to ask you a question. What time should we arrive? Oh, 6 p.m.? 6 p.m. Okay, cool. We'll be there." And he hangs up the phone and he goes back into the bed. Well, he goes back to the bedroom and he says to his wife, "So we're going to have to be there at 6 p.m.? She says, "Yeah, 6 p.m. He says back, "Okay, we'll be there." That's what I just said. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, okay, cool. And then they go back to sleep to continue their nap. After that, it is 12 o'clock p.m. They, for a while. And then after that, they, watch TV for an extra 5 minutes. Then after that, they get dressed. And then, well, they kiss each other. And now it's 6 o'clock. They go to their car. And then after that, they are knocking on the... They are knocking at the door of the Alpha Queen mansion. Of course, the butler answers, opens the door and welcomes them to the Alpha Queen house. They walk into the house and then the Alpha Queen says, "You're here." And then Alpha Queen says, "You're here." And then Robert and of course Beatrice says, we told you that we told you that we would be here. We told you we'd be here." Anyway, they walk to the living room, and everybody is just having a great time so far. And Alpha Queen introduces them to the rest of their friends and co-workers. And for the rest of the evening and for the rest of the night before that, they are enjoying themselves, drinking alcohol, eating cake, running cake, just enjoying themselves. And after that, it was time for dinner. They sit down at the dinner at the Alpha Queen dinner table, and Robert says to his wife, "Why does he do that? Why does he do that?" And then Beatrice whispers back to him, "I have no idea either. It's a little bit weird and a little bit narcissistic too," they say to each other, and they both have a cackle, and they both have a little bit of a cackle about it. After that, dinner is now served, and they are enjoying themselves. Actually, everybody was. After that, they decided that they were going to go home a little bit early after they ate dinner because they wanted to, go back to sleep. But before they could ever leave, Alpha Queen gives them airplane tickets and says, "You're going to my vacation house. You're going to enjoy yourself and you're going to have a great time." And then Beatrice says, "Cool, okay, wonderful. We appreciate it, Mr. Queen. Don't mention it. And just enjoy yourselves, and I'll be thankful for that." And then they leave. They leave the Alpha Queen house, and they go back to their car, and they go back to their apartment. They now as they're walking into the apartment, he says to her, "Beatrice, I would really love to go with you on this honeymoon, if that's okay with you." "Well, we just decided the airplane tickets, so I would say yes, it's definitely okay with me." And then they kissed, and then they hugged, and then they left, and then and then after that they watched TV for a little while, and then after that they said to each other, I think we need to go now." I think he says to her, and then she says back, "Okay, I guess we're going." So they get back. So they go back outside, get back into their car, go to the airport, and they go to the. They sit down at the. They sit down. They close their eyes, and then and the next thing that they knew, they are, of course, at the vacation home. The first day arriving at the vacation home, they knock at the door. They knock, but no one answers. They knock at the door a second time, but someone does answer. It's one of Alpha Queen butlers at the vacation house. He welcomes them into the vacation home, and they take off their coats or jackets, and they all be. And the next thing that they knew, a masseuse is grabbing them, sitting them down, and massaging their feet and their, of course, shoulders. And then Robert says, "If this is going to be for another..." Robert says to Beatrice, Now, if this is going to be for the rest of the for the vacation, if this is going to be normal, I can get used to this. And she says, "Me too, honey. Me too." And that was it. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful video. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what you like about the video or hate about the video. And I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.